All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a podcast that does not talk about owls. We are the Late Night Owl Podcast, episode 21. Yeah, all right. We'll just dive straight into the topic. Today, we'll be talking about a muscular or sexy body anime or manga characters that we like. Personal preferences. You guys may not agree, but I like it anyways. um, so yeah, just to start things off, I'll just say Kenshiro from Hokuto no Ken. That guy is like ripped and has like battle scars. And the proportion of his body is just ridiculous. I think he has like a 6 or 8 pack. But it's
I
like,
think it goes more than that, to be honest.
yeah, it could be. And I mean,
Memory's a little fuzzy, but
all I know is if there's like a buff guy that you want to like be a bodyguard or want them to be a bodyguard, you pick him because he's been through a lot of shit. And I'm pretty sure he has to go through a strict diet in order to gain that kind of body. So, yeah. Also, there's a whole bunch. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how he gets that like North Star shaped, like, was it like Big Dipper shaped?
Yeah. In a post-apocalyptic place where there's no gyms, there's only like rubble and I don't know wastes. It's just like a total desert. There's like barely anything that you could lift. Just rip, dude. You know.
It's a testament to his strength.
Yeah, definitely. On another note, it's a similar character, Guts from Berserk.
Yeah, same deal.
Same type of body, you know. Um, same type of body again. Hunter x Hunter, Gon's Nen adult form. It's not like too ripped. I think he's like, I think for Gon's case, his thighs are like huge. Like he could squat, like do like a fuck ton of squats. Kind of. I think his body is more like a volleyball player that's on steroids. I don't know. Have you seen? Have you seen that before? It's like a iconic scene,
I
right?
don't remember him actually.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, there's like a scene where he rages and transforms into like a adult form. It's in the Ant King arc, towards the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I didn't get there. Shoot.
Oh yeah, but yeah, big thighs. You know, gotta love them. And I would say Hentai Kamen, the main character, Kyosuke. The manga is like absurd. It's like, you know, Hokuto no Kenshiro, but the live action movie that they did, it's actually a pretty fit dude. He does have like a 6 pack, but for like a Japanese dude that the actor that does his role is like, I'm just impressed. Like a Japanese person could have a 6 pack. That's insane. Like I never seen that before. And don't worry, I'm going through all the guys right now, and then the girls will come later. It's not like I'm, you know. Yeah. Anyways, I think Kenichi, the Mighty's disciple, the
Bros
main
before
character.
hoes.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. So I think Kenichi's a really good. Well, I guess you could say no homo, but he has a nice body from the beginning to the end. You know, he starts off just like a flat stomach, like any other Japanese dude, and you see the progress. You know, it's like first he's like a fit dude. You kind of see like a six pack, not really, and then like bam, the end result, he's just like a ripped dude. Yeah, I think I definitely like those type of like ripped, realistic. It's not like, well, I guess he himself as a character is realistic. The body, there's nothing absurd about it. Like he doesn't have like a 10 pack or anything like that. Not even an 8 actually. I think it was like a 4 or 6. But yeah. And this one's a meme. It's from One Punch Man, the pretty pretty prisoner. Holy shit, dude! You can see everything, like his whole entire body. And then when I caught, like, they show like a glimpse of like his ass cheeks. Oh man, it's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious, dude.
just like 100% muscle definition.
Yeah, but it's like not like a like a real body, like a muscular body. There's like muscles in places that there shouldn't be muscles and stuff. Like he has like a 4 pack on his traps and stuff. I don't know. It was like weird, but it's gross and disgusting. But I think, yeah, that's a interesting body. Okay, all right. So here's the moment of uh, change, which is the chicks for me. So there's a manga called Kiba no Tabishonin. In English, it's called The Arms Peddler. Uh, it's the main character is a boy, but the girl, which her name is Garami, she has an amazing body. It's not like absurd boobs. There's her ass isn't like all thick and everything. It's like a nice, well proportioned and like slim. Yeah, her boobs may be a little big, but hey, that's what a manga is, or they have to make it like at a good portion. Well, it's not too like it's not impossible. You could say that it could be natural. Like at least there won't be any implants, or you feel that way. But yeah, that's I think that is my number one girl, and then from there on is like Brave 10. There's a manga called Brave 10. I think there's an anime too, but they draw the girls in there, like all of the girls in there is really well. Like again, no absurdly huge, gigantic breasts or ass. There's flat and or nice flat chest girls and medium and kind of big. And I just threw this in there just for the hell of it, but Hilda from Beelzebub, I think it was called Hilda or Helga. I think it was Helga, the maid. You guys know the name? Is it Hilda or Helga?
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Ooh, all right. But yeah, it has like she has a nice body, and then also in a maid outfit too. So it brings out the best of the cleavage that she has. Um, and for I don't know, I guess like a typical like a regular body dude. It'll go back to dude, but this one called Nabari no O. The main character is Miharu, and then he has like a Bishonen type of body where it's like not. I think he himself is like maybe 14, 15, 16. I don't know, around that age. But it's like they portray like a fit but not too fit kind of person. Like it's not. How do you cite it? It's not. I guess it's kind of more realistic. It's more natural looking, and I thought, hey, they have that type of stuff in anime too. So that's my list. Yeah, if one of you want to share, go ahead. Share me your list. Set. Oh no.
All right, my list is pretty short,
Okay.
and I noticed they have something in common. They all start with an R. So for my first, uh, I guess manga and anime is
Mhm.
Air Gear. As
Oh,
Ringo
Mm.
from Air Gear.
yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, she has a pretty nice Bishojo body, I guess. And then next would be I think Rin from Fate's Day Night. Oh, they all kind of have the same, but then there's a different one, which is Rem from ReZero. She's more of like kind of like a shorter stature, but kind of
Mm,
like thick. Yeah, that's all I got.
okay. Well, also to add, I think the not the villain, but the dude that turned kind of evil. What was his name? Sora or something. He has a nice body too.
Oh yeah,
Just saying, as a dude, you know, no
yeah,
homo.
yeah, yeah. There you go. Yeah, Sora. Add him to the list,
Yeah.
and add his who's that girl that he spent his time with? Rika. There you go. That the former Thorn Queen,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
sister.
yeah. She has like the adult
Yeah, the
women
adult body.
body. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, that's cool, dude. Cool list. Well, unfortunately, no muscular dudes in there. Or maybe I just cover them all. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, you got them all.
All right. All right, Tim. Go for it.
Okay, so I was actually confused. I thought this was about athletic people.
Oh yeah, I
So
mean that's fine too. Yeah.
so I was wondering where y'all got all these one from, but okay, now I got it.
Oh, okay.
So I mean I've got people like Jet and like Mr. Brown from Steins Gate.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a normal body, right? Yeah.
No, he's like a really big dude. I don't know where he gets it from. I guess he's lifting
Oh.
the CRTs all day. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think they ever show him like working out or anything, but some people
Oh, okay.
just have that kind of body, I guess.
Is it like close to realistic though? Or is it like absurdly, or I mean like absurd, like like One Punch Man, pretty snare.
No, no, he's like a realistic dude, but like he's I don't think he's like Japanese. I guess he's probably a German dude because
Okay.
he's kind of like the Braun tube, I guess.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I picked him because he's like a pretty like heartwarming character.
Achievable.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Then I got GTO. This is classic.
Oh, the teacher, right? The former
Yeah.
gangster teacher. Yeah.
He's using his physical abilities from episode 1, so you know those aren't just for show.
Yeah, he has like a really. It's not like a regular body. It's like an athletic body. It's not like ripped or anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In the live action, I think you could just watch him take off his shirt too and everything, and
That's true.
yeah, it's like a typical fit Japanese dude. I'm sorry, I'm not bashing on Japanese people, but yeah,
I don't know. I don't know any like Japanese dudes that big, but
yeah, yeah. All right, is that it?
next up I had a hard time like remembering his name. The guy from Kenshin with the big sword shoot.
Oh, Sanosuke.
Yeah, Sanosuke. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you gotta have strength to carry a sword that big, so no.
That's just like a Final Fantasy VII Cloud type thing,
Yeah.
but he doesn't look as ripped as Cloud because at least Cloud has some sort of like bumps it looks like he has some muscle.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
mean,
not.
they're like
Yeah.
4 triangles, but you get it.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, yeah, that's. I guess that he's working on that Pryo Pryothenix or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cloud, Final Fantasy VII has a release date.
Are you sure it's not
Did
gonna
it?
get pushed back? Because they did that last time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it's gonna come out like end of this year, and then they pushed it back. But yeah, hyped about that too. Cloud has a nice body too. Just saying,
Yeah.
just throwing it out
I
there.
mean, dude's a soldier. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. They're just too athletic. Yeah. Okay.
Everyone in there had a nice body.
that's true.
Even the catfish.
Mm. What about the what's it called? In the first mission, there was a fat dude. I forgot. It's not Jesse. It was like someone, the other dude. He had like a bandana on. He's like a fat dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. He says that
Oh,
guy.
shoot. Yeah.
Uh,
I
Yeah.
actually forgot about him. Shoot.
and the not the president, but well, I think he was the president of
You mean the old dude, right?
yeah, the old dude.
Yeah, President Shinra.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Because there's the other president too. That's like skinny, or was he a vice president? I forget. He's like the president. Oh, is it the president of the Turks or something? Are they totally different? Like Shinra and the Turks? I forgot. He's
I
like,
can't remember. I thought the Turks were like mobsters. They were like above the law.
oh, okay, all right, cause um, like Reno, and then the black dude with the shades will always say president or chairman or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, all right.
that guy was tough.
Yeah, it's fucking. What was that like? Panther that you had to fight in the first part. Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right, what else you got?
Um. We got like All Might. All Might's good. He gets like deflated sometimes, but we all have our days.
Dude, like Midoriya is super buff too.
That's true.
He's like the buffest. Wait, how old are they? Like 16
I thought they were young, like super
or
young, weren't they?
That's high
14?
school, right? High school is around like 15, 16. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like super buff.
Never really like think about it because he's high school, but yeah, he actually he's really buff. I mean,
Hey,
all they do is train, right?
A B Shonen.
I
In the
mean,
making.
if all you gotta do is clean the beach, and then you'll get that body.
All right, let's do it. You know how they have like the One Punch Man challenge? We're gonna do the Midoriya challenge.
Yeah,
Right,
but you got involved.
First, we
I don't
gotta
think I
find
wanna do
a dirty ass beach that's like as dirty as the anime. I don't think I ever seen a beach that has like a fucking like just a mountain of like junk. I don't know. Maybe there is in some countries, but hey, I guess we're blessed. No workouts for me. All right. That's it? No girls?
I mean, you got those like straight up like etchy shows where it's just like Food Wars is like everyone has good proportions and it's
Oh
kind of like
man.
the list is kind of weird at that point.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, what was her
Yeah,
name?
right.
The chick that's like dark skinned. She has
The
like
girl who likes the meat, right?
yeah. Nikumi? I
Yeah.
think it was called Nikumi or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you
Ikumi.
go. There you go. Nice anime titties and body. Sorry.
That's like a really weird like pun. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. And to be fair, Niku in Japanese is meat, so yeah, I just added a me in the end. It's easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Like I'm trying to think of a, a anime or manga that has like the main character that has a normal body, not like a fit or like a buff body, but like a, I don't know, like fat or like slim, I guess you could say. Would like Death
There's
Note, Light, and Ryuzaki be like one?
well, Light is kind of like
He's kind of fit, right?
anorexic.
Oh,
No, he's not fit at all. But I think Light is kind of fit,
mm,
like normal, just
Yeah, I
normal.
think Light is actually supposed to be like Bishonen level.
Yeah, but L, he's like anorexic, right? All he eats is candy. He like
Yeah,
slouches.
mm.
he's
Yeah,
definitely unhealthy.
yeah,
And it mostly like school anime, right? Or manga. They're all just like students.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
have you guys seen Excel World, where
Oh,
the
that's right. Yeah,
where
Mm-hmm.
the main character is like a little fat kid?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I want to say Elfenlied. You guys seen that? The main character.
Oh, like Lucy?
Yeah,
the
both
guy or
the guy and the girl. They're both like not fit, right? They're just like regular people. I forget if they reference the school part, but I'm pretty sure it was just like an experiment or a lab most of the time, right? And it was just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they were just like straight up fighting most of the time, so I don't know if there was actually a school element.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, like, even for the chick, the boobs weren't like huge or small, you know, or like flat. I mean, but
Yeah, because their like power was supernatural, like they're like invisible hands, so
yeah,
it's not like they needed to be fit or something.
yeah, yeah. Oh, and also and Evangelion. Yeah. Well, I say Evangelion, but there's people that says Evangelion. But yeah, in there they're were he like was he like skinny or like anorexic? I don't remember.
I think Shinji was a skinny dude.
yeah, he was. Well, he was supposed to be like skinny and weak, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was like his character design.
Yeah, and
Like
then
he was supposed to appear pathetic.
which he was.
Yeah.
uh, yeah, even the chicks too, right? The Asuka and the, what was the other girl's name? The emo one. Shit, I forgot her name.
Right?
Ray. Yeah,
yeah, Ray.
yeah. They were all just like regular people, right? Regular normal
Yeah, but I think they would still be considered
fit.
sexy
Oh,
because
sexy.
they
Or
had
maybe
like
it's the suits.
yeah,
Sometimes
right?
it's hard to tell.
Spandex. Yeah.
They had the hourglass body still,
Mm.
right? Because any like that's one of the if you have the curves, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's considered sexy because a lot of girls like their body type is just straight down, like they don't have the
Yeah.
the little S
Yeah,
curve going on.
hourglass thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And then yeah, there. Well, Afroism, the manga, it was just like high school kids. So yeah, they're all like normal too.
yeah. I'm trying to find like a character that has like just like a straight body.
A straight body. Did was the D Gray Man guy like just a normal dude, or was he fit too? Alan, what was it called? Alan Walker. Yeah, there you go. I know. Well, what about in Dead Man Wonderland? Was Ganta fit, or was it like a normal body? I don't remember. I know Shiro had like a nice body, the chick, but she wore like the white spandex or whatever, and then she had maybe like a C cup or B cup or something.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you would find like more normal looking girls in more like slice of life anime,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! You know the most absurd one is high school of the dead. Have you guys seen that one?
Yeah, that was like meant,
Oh
but they
shit!
look kind of like weird to me. Like it's too disproportional. It's kind of gross.
It made no sense. The
Yeah.
physics
Yeah.
too. Fucking the bullet went through like the boobs, and then the boobs were like one flap at a time, dodging the bullet. I don't know, dude. That scene just got me. I was like, oh man, this show is
and,
hilarious.
and then the
That's like a good thing, right? Like it takes all the like etchy tropes and it like blows them up to 1,000. It's kind of like self-aware and like making fun of it a bit.
yeah, they're definitely making fun of that.
Oh man, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like everyone from K-On! Would have a normal girl body.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah, they're pretty.
high school kids, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the girl in Chunibyo, the you
Mm.
guys ever seen that one? I think she had like the
The
regular
like eye
body.
patch girl.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think she had like the curves. I think it was just like a flat
Ye-
Yeah, I would
body.
agree with that.
Yeah. Flat
Like
is just this.
yeah. Like I'm not well, her boobs and butt too, but like her whole curve. There was no curve in the body too. But it was just like a regular, I guess. I don't know if it's regular, but there's like a schoolgirl, and she's like into fantasizing these weird stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Like when you're like drawing a character and you're trying to make someone more womanly, you like,
Mhm.
try to add more curves or make her more thick.
Yeah. But that's just how the time has gone, or it's always been like that since the beginning, I guess. Because I want to say, well, I don't want to say, like, you know, in Dragon Ball, like Chi Chi or like Bulma, they even had curves, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like back in the day, they made characters simply for cheap erotica,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? Like that was like their thing.
Yeah.
But then that started dying down.
Even in comics, they would just make like or in the old comics, they would make the chicks just have like big boobs. Like they wouldn't like, you know, reveal it like an anime, but under the shirts and stuff, it'll be like big boobs, and then the man would be like really muscular. It's like a feminist, and you know, that type of stuff. Yeah, just like fantasizing all the stuff that's like not possible to achieve. Well, it's possible now, but back then, I guess.
I mean, it's more just like the medium has evolved in some way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like it used to be like legit cartoons in that they were caricatures, and now we find that, more normal looking people are more they're easier to sympathize with, and they're more relatable. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like that overtime thing where I think we just needed something like to go away from the absurd stuff. I think another hilarious one was Queen's Blade.
Oh my god, yeah, that one was
Dude,
stupid.
there's a blacksmith in there that her boobs were bigger than a person, like a regular human being. Oh shit, dude! Like, whoever's like watching this podcast, just Google like the blacksmith from Queen's Blade. Holy shit, dude! Her boobs were like a Z cup. Oh man, that was fucking hilarious, dude. But then again, there are some exceptional people in real life too. I don't know if it's like they intentionally did it, like implants or whatever, or they were naturally born like that, but there's people like that. It's like it's weird.
I don't know. Is that exceptional? Like, can you do anything with those?
I mean, you could suffocate people. I don't know. Yeah, it's shit. Let's see. What's an absurd male one? Maybe like uh what am I trying to think of here? You, like Bucky? You guys seen Bucky, the grappler?
Oh, that one, yeah.
Their bodies are like what the fuck? They're like shredded and they're like huge. Yeah, I think that's like too weird as well.
I mean, it's a like older school show, so it's
Mm-hmm. Actually, for like the team ones, like Power Rangers or the Japanese Power Rangers, or like even Ultraman and stuff, they're not that buff. You know, they're just like barely athletic. You know, I think that's cool.
yeah. I mean, I guess for like Sentai stuff, it's like they're regular people half the day, so just like they gotta be relatable, I guess.
Yeah, I like the fact that they made it relatable. You know, like
Yeah.
it's possible to achieve or become a Power Ranger one day. Never know.
Yeah, right? That's the fantasy, is that anyone could like find the power and like become a Power Ranger.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, there you go. The amazing, muscular, and sexy bodies of the characters that we like. Go ahead and check them out if you want to. So, the main topic of today is, sorry, the genre that we're going to be covering today is comedy. And just to start it off, I think we could all agree that Gintama is like the comedy of the comedy, right? Like it, it would be on the top of the list if when you think of comedy.
It's on the top of my list right now, so you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. And it's good because they could. It's not just comedy, right? They could go to like a different direction where if they kind of lose a little viewer, they could put a little bit of action in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a comedy that could adapt.
And I also feel like the like jokes are fairly diverse. Like
Mm-hmm.
they'll make like silly jokes, they'll make toilet humor, and then every once in a while they'll make jokes about like the Famicom and the Mega Drive Wars and like what? That's like
Yeah,
seinen level stuff because none of the shonen are ever getting this.
and then I think there's a lot of references of like the old anime too. So I would say for this one, it wouldn't be like the very first anime of like comedy that you want to watch.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's very referential actually.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. So like even like for mangas or artists, actually, they'll like make fun of that. So maybe you should read like maybe one or two manga before
yeah.
watching it as well. Yeah.
But I guess like it's kind of hard to like go into those cuz they tend to reference like fairly old stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they'll get like the Naruto and stuff, but most
Yeah.
of the time when I see a reference in Gintama, it'll be like Cromartie High School or something,
Yeah.
you know, something like real old.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the good part, oh, I guess in a way it's good because when they do those references, they'll say like there's like a little tip thingy on the top or bottom that says we got this from this show, right? Don't they do that?
Well, I mean, I've only really watched fan subs, and they definitely do that for
Mm-hmm.
those,
Yeah.
but that's actually not considered like correct translation.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if like people who are watching like the mainstream stuff, like on Netflix and stuff, or I don't know if they get those.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Have you guys ever like officially streamed anime? I don't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They have some. I don't know. Well, I guess it could go both ways. If you watch the subbed ones, it'll give like a reference, like a general reference of what they're trying to or what they're talking about, and then maybe you could take that and go watch that too. I don't know. Well, it's a lot of references, you know. But yeah, yeah, and I think yeah. Moving on, I say Sakamoto Desuga
Oh shit,
is
that was
up
on
there
my
too.
list.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's on my list too.
Yeah.
It's like a comedy and school life, right? And then everything he does is just absurd. Like, but he makes it so cool. I think you could. Yeah, this is something that you could just watch, right? Like, I'm pretty sure everyone went to school, so
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. If you're into like the slice of life high school and comedy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the only problem I have with it gets repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
It gets pretty boring after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then once in a while it'll get you again, right? Like I think there was this scene where he was fighting a bee with his pen or something, and
Mm-hmm.
that shit was just fucking stupid. But yeah, I mean the first episode is a really good. First two, I say, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So give the first two a try, and
If you like it, just keep watching it. If not, then move on. Because that's pretty much the whole entire thing, the whole entire season or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. It relies on like only one type of comedy, which
Mm-hmm.
is like the absurdity.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, for my other or the next one, I have Trigun. It has like a good mix of action and comedy. Like, it's not really like making fun of anything. It's just like a more of like a funny, humorous character that. Well, there's some scenes where he'll act stupid or something like that. But I think the main theme is action, just like a side of comedy. I don't know. That's my take of it.
I would have to agree with that. It actually like really put me off when like I really enjoyed episode one where like the big gang comes up and they just like shoot up a building.
Mm.
And it's actually that sounds really serious, but it's actually kind of comical the way it happens because they like all just kind of get in a line and they just start blasting this building and like the entire top comes off and just like starts bouncing on the floor. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah. It's like yeah, ridiculous and hilarious. Like the
Yeah, it's really
absurdity.
funny.
Yeah.
But about like I think it's like 6 episodes in, it starts to get kind of serious and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Something about it like made me really miss like the humor from the first 5 episodes.
Yeah, yeah. And I think to be uh fair, they added the two was it insurance girls for the comedy, just to keep the comedy going.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cause like every time Trigun would meet them, there would be some part where he's like trying to dodge them, or try to get out of the insurance thing, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
mhm.
the humor is like spot on though, and like it actually turns out to be a fairly interesting like sci-fi story, even though it's like fairly Western.
Yeah. So I mean, if you're looking for like a good action first, then comedy, then yeah, it's up there. Yeah, definitely. And um, for this next one is the one I'm reading right now for the manga. It the Japanese the Japanese it's called Gokushu Fudo. In English, it's the way of the house husband, and it's freaking hilarious because it's about a yakuza like most feared yakuza turns into like a house husband, and it's hilarious because you have this image of what yakuza does with like knives and guns and stuff, but he uses like the same kind of technique to do cooking and house chores and stuff like that. And in the way he talks is just hilarious. And yeah, definitely something that you guys should give it a try. I could just give you like a rough example. He'll be like using like a blade, and he'll do like a close up of like, you know, the blade shining or whatever, and he'll be like, "Are you ready to pay the price?" And then he'll like cut like the wiener, and then he'll like start frying it and everything, and then the next scene it'll just be like a great lunchbox, like a bento box. And yeah, and it'll be like really cute too, like the layout and stuff of the bento box. But yeah, that's something I'm reading right now. That was pretty cool, funny. Um, to change it up a little, if you guys like chibi comedy, there's one called Nichijo. It's like school life of a middle schooler, high schooler. I don't know what it is.
I think
Like they're
they're middle school. Wait, it might be high school. Yeah.
I can't really tell because it's a chibi, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like it's not like it is comedy and slice of life, but you can't really tell. And then there's like these scenarios or situations that, you know, might happen in a school or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, going back to like the Sakamoto reference, it kind of gets repetitive, you know, but like the first few episodes are like, you know, it's fairly comical. Or not fairly, but you know, comical. So,
Yeah. That one's actually on my list too. I actually prefer the boys version. It's called like Danshi Nichijo or
oh,
something. I
oh,
don't
I
I don't
don't know
remember.
about that. Okay.
But yeah, it's they're just living a daily life, and it's just all about how like absurd real life is. And just
I feel like it's a lot easier when it's like no, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but like if it's a boy doing like those chibi comedy stuff, like it's easier than having a girl do it, you know? I mean, that's just how I think it is. I think it's funnier. Yeah. No. Okay. It's cool. Cuz I feel like it's a lot easier to like punish like a male character, a boy character than a girl.
I
And
kind of get that.
you could
Yeah.
post more like nudity and stuff like that, you know? Like obviously there's a limit to it, but there's more physical actions, you know.
Yeah, and I feel like kind of like the voice actors are kind of like more comfortable just like being part of the like physical comedy and like just the like general surrealism and
Mm, yeah. Yeah. So just to wrap it up for me, oh no, I got a fuck ton. Oh shit. I like scrolled down and I was like, oh shit, never mind.
no, keep
Um,
it going.
um, I personally like Konosuba, Kono Subarashi Sekai ni Shikufuku or something like that. I think that's like the whole entire name.
Shifukuo, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like alternative, not alternative universe, but it's like reborn into like this game world, or I guess
Yeah,
game
that's
world.
about the same
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah. And the thing is, I've talked to a few people about this that does watch like anime and stuff, but there's a lot of people that says it's too comedic. Like it'll do like a lot of the sword art online stuff where they're like, you know, going out and doing quests and, you know, grinding monsters or whatever, but most of the time it's comedy, and they'll have like absurd etchy stuff like that, or like they'll make fun of it where it's like a, you know, like a flat chest mage girl and like a absurd, huge boob paladin girl or whatever like that, you know, and then it's just like too comedic and weird, I guess, for some people. I don't know. Personally, I think it was hilarious, but yeah, I guess it's not for everyone. Maybe you could watch like the first 2-3 episodes and yeah, check it out. Um, for the next one, I like this. I still read it. It's called Worst. It's like a yakuza like gangster comedy. So there's like a little slice of life as well. So it's kind of like the life of a gangster, you know. And there are a lot of, you know, like fighting and stuff like that, but it's not an action type genre. So there's just fights, you know, like someone doesn't agree with someone and then there's like a fist fight, you know. There's nothing overpowering or so it's yeah, it's kind of realistic, I guess. And then it's just like this one character that's like really, I guess, happy-go-lucky kind of dude, and then what he says and his actions are hilarious. So yeah, that one's a good one. And I think we referenced this before or in the beginning, but Shokugeki no Soma, it's just hilarious to me. There's a lot of ecchi, but I only watched like half the first season because it kind of got repetitive. But when I first saw it, I thought it was like freaking hilarious, you know? How you could just make something and then whoever eats it just like goes naked or like, you know, like this, the freaking clothes rip and whatever. Like, it's hilarious because, just for an example, there's this scene where a chick eats like a fried shrimp or something, and then it's like she's butt naked riding a huge fried shrimp, and I'm like, that makes like so like no sense whatsoever, but it's still hilarious because you know, just I don't know, I just think it's hilarious, but yeah, I feel like a cooking and comedy. I guess give that a try. Oh, and a little etchy though. Yeah. And for the next one, it's like I picked 3 old school ones. One is Crayon Shinchan. That one's like a really old school one. I'm pretty sure there's like new remakes and stuff as well, but it's like a family slice of life comedy. It centers around a boy. I think he's like 5 or 6 years old or something like that. Maybe 7 or 8. I don't know, but he's like a kid, and it's just comedy around his family and him. So, and
Wait, that's only like 8 years old?
yeah, he's like eight, right? 8, 9, 10, around there, like a
I thought you
kid.
were talking about the series. Never mind.
Wait, what? For
I
Crayon
thought you were
Shinchan?
talking about the age of the series.
Oh yeah, wait. Isn't he like forever that age though?
Huh? No, I mean like because I remember watching it like 20 years ago or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Um, yeah. So this one, I don't think it's out still, but when I was like a kid, I used to watch it. It's called Chibi Maruko. It's like a family slash school um, comedy, like slice of life. It's really old school. I think
Yeah,
her
one of
face
the
is
oldest
iconic.
actually.
hmm She has like the bowl cut. Is it bowl cut or something like that? I don't
Yeah.
know the name. Yeah. Okay, so it's like if you look it up, I'm pretty sure you've seen her like pencils and pens and stuff like that. That's around. Or yeah, you could probably Google and check it out and see. You'll probably be like, oh, so this is what she's called or whatever. But it's like yeah, like the title says, like chibi. Um, it's not like a whole body type thing. so their heads are a little bigger than their body, you know. It's not like too comedic. It's just like more towards slice of life, I guess you could say. Yeah, and then I think back to back for me, like it was this one called Sazae-san. It's like a family comedy. This is really old school. They don't show this anymore. I know for a fact that they don't show this anymore. But
Yeah, that's actually the longest running manga, right?
yeah, a manga and anime. But
Like the longest. Like it
mm-hmm.
has the record, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it's like yeah, again, it's not like really hilarious, but it's like something that you could just watch and enjoy. You know, it's kind of like The Simpsons. Well, I guess that's like a bad reference because The Simpsons
I
kind of
mean,
get like not really funny at the end, but
I mean, it's the equivalent of our like newspaper comics. Like
yeah, like
this
Clifford
was
or not Clifford,
literally
but like
in their
Garfield.
papers.
Yeah, there you go. Like yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's really old school. I don't know where to watch it. Maybe you could like download some of it. I don't know, but it was back when the TVs were a box, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, um, and then to wrap it up for me, the best one I think it was hilarious when I was a kid. It's called Inachu Takyubu, which is in English is Inachu High School Ping Pong Club, and it's just pure dirty comedy, you know, of like a high school, like a ping pong club. It's really weird because this is like the only one that they show like small penises and like boobs and stuff, but it's not like a realistic one. It's like weird. It's really like stupid. Like when they show boobs, it's like boobs of an old lady, and it's not even like you can't even tell it's boobs. It's like shriveled bananas or something like that. It's like weird, and it's just comedic. It's hilarious. Yeah, I try to find this, but it's kind of hard to find it. There's like a couple episodes here and there that's posted out on YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, give it a search and check it out. I think it's hilarious, man. And yeah, that's my list. If I guess Tim or yeah, Tim.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So we covered Gintama and Nichijou.
Mm-hmm.
So next on my list is Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's about this teacher who is his name literally means despair.
Mm-hmm.
So he was brought up to be very pessimistic, and he meets this like one student who's very very cheerful, just like the epitome of like the Genki girl.
Mm. It, isn't the art style kind of like not indie but really like a different
I would
style?
say that they kind of like try to make it look a little like woodblock, at
Mm-hmm.
least the characters, and then I would say that the art style is kind of simple. They do like simple shapes and make like really weird references in art style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe that sounds familiar. But basically every episode is about, or well, he discovers that this girl is actually in his class. So every day he has to like kind of, so you have this like really pessimistic teacher with this really cheerful student, and they pretty much have like daily arguments about, you know, how just like basic tenets of life and like whether or not life is worth living. And it's a little dark. I
Mm,
mean,
yeah.
he tries to hang himself in the beginning in episode 1. That's not a spoiler. So
Yeah, yeah. So it's like a dark comedy. Yeah.
yeah, which I don't think there are very many of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
And there's a lot of like misspoken like pun kind of humor. So if you like dark comedy and puns,
Hmm.
well, maybe that one's for you.
It didn't. It isn't this the art style kind of like Bakemonogatari and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like well they were both done by Shaft, so maybe that's why,
Oh,
but
okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, it is very similar.
Hmm. Oh, okay.
All right, next up are I'm gonna group these together. It's Detroit Metal City and Cromartie High School.
Okay.
They're both pretty similar. It's like basically insane high school where like Cromartie High School is about is kind of like a 70s punk like like delinquent school kind of
Uh-huh.
manga, and they just kind of like ramp it up to 11, and there's like robots and stuff. It gets nuts.
Hmm.
And Detroit Metal City is about a dude who's just like a part-time like metal band lead singer, and he just every now and then like the metal side of him just takes over, and he just gets into like hijinks and things get real weird.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at it right now. Looks hilarious.
So they're both like very classics. They're definitely gonna be referenced in Gintama. So
Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely in there too. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. So if you've seen like all the comedy and you're looking to try some new like older stuff, maybe that's the one.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
I've definitely talked about Yakitate Japan already, but it's I prefer it over Food Wars. I think the reactions are more over the top than Food Wars is because they pretty much just lose clothes in Food Wars, but in here they just kind of the judges go over the top, and it's usually like a pun.
Is that the
So
one with the curry?
yeah, there's a curry one. Yeah,
Oh.
It's yeah. It's more old school style, right? Or I don't know if it came out a
it's
long
definitely
time
old
ago,
school. Yeah,
but oh
it's a
yeah.
very like traditional shonen-esque show that proceeds to like go over the top on humor instead of like the normal like battling stuff.
Hmm. Yeah. So it's pretty much if you watch the Shokugeki no Soma and it's too ecchi for you, just freaking watch Yakitate Japan.
Yeah, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, because it is a really good cooking anime as well. Like, well, I'm not sure if there's people who actually made like the recipes or whatever, the same kind of recipes, but yeah, yep,
Yeah, the food always looks good in that show, and actually, I wouldn't say that it's not that it's free of ecchi because there's definitely a lot of
yeah,
topless dudes in there.
yeah.
So maybe you're trapped either way. I don't think you can get away from the ecchi.
Well, okay. Well, to be fair, it's not absurdly, like actually, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna kind of protect it, but okay. But I mean, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more tame. This was a simpler time.
Yeah. Yeah, give it a try.
And I've got this one is called Arakawa Under the Bridge. It's
Mm.
written by Hikaru Nakamura. She's also did Saint Young Men, which I'll also talk about, I guess. But it's basically like a bunch of weird people who live under a bridge, and they all have like really over the top personalities. Like this one guy, the main character is he's like a rich, I guess he's an
Businessman,
heir,
or yeah.
but the reason they're rich is because they have a strict rule of never being indebted to anyone, and
Mm-hmm.
they kind of play it out over the top where that means I can't have anybody do any favors for me. I have to always, pay someone back when they do anything. So basically, he has like a dysfunctional life, and there's like a romantic interest, and there's like a village chief who is a kappa, I guess.
Yeah, a Japanese creature, mythical creature. Wait,
Yeah, I
mythological.
mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain this because they're just random creatures who live under this bridge.
Yeah, yeah.
But they just kind of get into hijinks, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, and shoot, there's this. It's weird. It does have like a storyline, but it's like kind of like a daily thing where it's like some weird event happens and then it moves on and then yeah. Yeah, I mean yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Okay, so the other one is called Saint Young Men. It's made by the same person,
Mm.
but it's about two roommates in Tokyo, but the two dudes are Buddha and Jesus Christ. So they just kind of experience everyday life, but I don't know. The premise is ridiculous. So they just kind of get into hijinks, and like Buddha is very calm person. It's all it's all about finding your inner peace with him. So he's very like withdrawn and introverted, and Jesus is this like very passionate person, and he's going out and just like being overly friendly with everyone. And
Yeah, right. He's like the life of the party.
yeah, I don't know if this is like anyone will find this to be accurate, but the two like play off each other really well, and it's a good show. Or I don't know if they have a show. I think I read the manga, so
Yeah, I wanted to watch or read the manga. Yeah, gotta get to it.
I feel like this is something you can get away with back in the day, and it probably wouldn't fly in the modern world.
yeah. But actually, like Japanese people are kind of blasé about religion. They just don't really care. It's just kind of like mythology to them.
Oh yeah, that's true. I meant like here, like in the U.S.
Oh
probably.
yeah, no, people would get offended
I,
because like Jesus is this like dude who like goes shopping a lot, and they just like have drinks together and vlog and play video games. Like all of that is sacrilegious. So
I mean, would
Yeah.
would you read a manga about religion or like that? Has like that type of religious, not bias, but like those kind of stuff, thinking like in an offensive way? Like, wouldn't you go into reading it as like, oh, it's Japanese and it's their culture? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you would go into reading a manga like that and get offended.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah, but it's not the people with an open mind that's reading the manga. Like sometimes, you know,
They just come across it or
they just
something,
come across it, yeah.
and they're like, "What
Like
the fuck is this? Is this Buddha?"
yeah,
Oh,
like
okay,
how the social justice warriors
yeah.
are like invading the gaming industry.
okay.
But I mean, those guys will find anything offensive. They'll see like a dude with like a crown of thorns and be like, okay, that's offensive because he's wearing modern day clothes, and that's all it takes, to be honest.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
There's some questions, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Is that it?
I thought I had one more, but I guess we can. I don't know what it is right now.
Okay. What you got, set?
We can come back to it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got a lot of the same stuff that you guys did. I had Konosuba. I had Sakamoto. I had an old one. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's called Dokuro-chan.
Yeah.
It's like she has like beep 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 or whatever. Yeah, it was really funny at that time for me. Like it was like my first kind of like over the top comedy anime. And yeah, it was just I still remember the scene where she just turns like a classmate into a monkey. And I was like, but why? Yeah, I don't really recommend it now that I kind of like rewatched it before this podcast.
Mm.
Like I think it was funny because I was like immature at that time. So
Is
it was just like anything kind of like made me laugh. But now it's kind of like weird. Actually, no, watch the first episode. It's still funny.
No,
Cause
I would agree with that. It's
when
very like physical humor though.
yeah, it's when the scene where um Sakura takes the halo off of Dokuro-chan and like the animation in her face just like the art style keeps changing because she has like severe diarrhea. It's a good watch. I recommend that scene. Okay. And then my next one is let's see, do I have any? It's kind of like a romance comedy. I think it's called Ore Monogatari.
mm-hmm.
It's like it's a romance between like so the main character is like this really big dude and he has like that weird like the weird poofy lips. You guys know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
okay.
Right?
Like the 70s like businessman lips, right?
Yeah, and he's like super huge and everyone's like scared of him. And then this girl like finds him attractive and she's like this really skinny, weak little girl. And somehow they like make it work. Like she likes to bake and then, his girlfriend or his friend is like super good looking or something, but he's like a super nice wingman or a super awesome wingman. You guys haven't seen this one? They made like a live action on it too.
I don't know, not me.
Anyways, it's a romantic comedy. It was pretty funny when I watched it. And let's see. All of the one with good humor, I think are that's all I got. And then the ones that are just comedy in general are like my favorite one is Summer Wars. Like it had a positive overtone and a happy ending. And I think we talked about Summer Wars on this podcast a lot already. So I'm
It's
not
okay.
gonna go over it.
I bring up the same stuff all the time.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, Summer Wars is pretty much like Digimon, but way better. It's like a slice of life. I think it's kind of like a romance too, right? Maybe.
I think there's like barely any comedy, like kind of like a real slice of life comedy. Like
Yeah,
they're not
it's
trying to.
it's a comedy without much humor, right?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
kind of like
it just has a positive overtone
yeah.
to like the whole. When you watch it, you feel good,
Yeah, definitely.
and it has a good like a happy ending. That's why I consider it like a comedy. And then my favorite comedy, which is weird, but just because I actually like Pokemon: The Origin.
Okay.
Have anyone seen that? So it's a series of clips that follows all the Pokemon games. And it's like I really wish the original Pokemon anime was like this,
Mm.
right? You had like
Oh.
realistic battle when Squirtle bites Charmander, like he cries in pain.
Mm.
Like the main character is competent and not like a stupid dumbass like Ash. Like there's a Pikachu in there, but that Pikachu is super badass, right? He's like fighting a dragon, jumping over trains and shit like that, and then
Yeah.
and then
It's
like the Pokemon story, if you played the games, they're really good, right? They make like the legendary Pokemon seem like really legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's you get that sense of adventure.
Yeah.
There's like a positive overtone to it, and the action is like top notch in there. You know, you have they included pretty much almost all the memorable scenes from every single version.
Mm-hmm.
Like from like Red and Blue, they'll have the scene where Ash fights like or not Red. I'm sorry, not Ash. Red fights like the Elite Four, and then he busts his Team Rocket, something like that. And then Gold and Silver, they'll have the tower scene with the three legendary dogs. And yeah, I think it goes all the way up to X and Y. I think. Yeah, it does. So it covers all the Pokemon. So it's a really good watch if you like Pokemon. I guarantee that you'll like it.
It's like a mature version of Pokemon, right? So it's like the
I
target
w-
audience is, I think, is more a little bit more older than like the regular show.
Dang, I wouldn't even say it's mature. I would say it's because usually like when you animate things for kids, you can cut corners because it doesn't have to be like no one spends like a fortune animating stuff for kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at the animation for like cartoons for kids, they're like choppy, you know, they're done very fast. But I feel like the production for this one is really good. I would say it's appropriate for all ages. I feel like kids would really like it, especially if they played the games. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
And then my last one is East of Eden. Again, it has a lot of humor in there, like a lot of humor scenes, but overall, it's just like it's a positive tone again. Like if you watch East of Eden, you get like a sense of hope that you know, I don't know, you get a like a good feeling, like Summer Wars.
All right.
But if you guys haven't seen East of Eden, it's basically it has a premise of like a battle royale death game kind of thing, right? It starts off like that. So people get these phones with like I think either $1 million or 100 million, I think, and they can do anything with that 100 million, but they can't spend it directly. They have to like order or something.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have a phone which is an AI, and then you tell them like, you know, call an Uber and take me to um I don't know, fucking Best Buy or something, right? And then it'll charge through the phone, and then someone will pick you up and Uber you there. And on the same token, you can also be like, hey, blow up this hospital, and then it'll calculate the cost, and then it'll blow up the hospital for you, right? And then the premise was if you can kill another phone holder, or when the phone holder runs out of money, like they die, and then you can collect their like money. So it starts off kind of like you know, everyone's keeping secrets, and yeah, but you know, I guess like people don't like that it starts like that and then it like deviates from it. I think that's why a lot of people didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
You had like this, it's like, oh, it's gonna be like a death game, and then all of a sudden it's a fucking comedy.
Yeah, that is actually referenced in Gintama as well. It's like when a manga or anime doesn't do too well to like a target our audience, they'll like start creating the storyline to like a different, or they'll add on like another genre. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I feel like that's what they did with East of Eden.
Okay. All right. You got. I forgot about this, and then I'm pretty sure you guys too, but you guys don't remember. これはゾンビですか? Is this a zombie? Is like the English translation. But it's like a regular dude that, oh fuck, I forgot how the beginning started, but pretty much a guy, or the people that exterminates zombies or like those undead were all chicks and could be only be chicks with like magical powers, and then so this boy um becomes like one of these zombie slayers or whatever, but his outfit or costume is like a chick's costume. And then so every time he transforms, it's kind of like Sailor Moon where they transform, but it's a dude instead. So it's kind of like the One Punch Man pretty pretty prisoner thingy, but at least he has clothes on, you know. And it's like super pink and cute, so it's hilarious. Yeah, can't believe I forgot that one. That one's funny too. Yeah. I really like this one. I forgot to put this one, but it's called World Conquest Zvezda. It's about this group of people who wants to take over the world, but they're supposedly like evil. But it's, I don't know. It takes you to like a not really a psychological thing, but like you're gonna be thinking in their shoes, and just because they're evil doesn't mean they do bad things. But it's comedy, fantasy, and science fiction, so it's got the good stuff. Yeah. And then the main character is like a little girl. Yeah, and then she's like hilarious. Or she's not really a chibi, but yeah, it's hilarious. I mean, I guess that's everything else for me. Unless you guys have like anything else on the top of the head.
Uh, there was one I read. It's like a manga, but I think they made it into an anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Grand Blue.
Oh, and they also made a game for that too, right?
Wait, no,
Or no?
that's something blue too. Shit, I know what you're talking about though.
Wait.
It's like
It's okay. So I think it's called Gran with no D blue. There's
Yeah,
Grand Blue and
sounds familiar.
Grand Blue, right?
Oh, okay. So this one has a D in it.
Oh, okay.
Grand
Yeah.
Blue.
Okay.
Okay. So this guy is like he's just graduated like high school, right? And he's like and then his uncle has like this diving school shop or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like super excited. He's like, finally, I'm gonna see like all these girls in the fucking bikinis and shit. Okay, I warned you though. So he goes and he just sees like a bunch of dicks. the first time. Yeah, there's a bunch of it's censored dicks though. You don't get to see like yeah. So pretty much like it's just it's just like the diving club is just full of dudes. And that's as far as I got. It was like the first. My friend like Zach, he really likes it, so it was really funny.
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, it's too many dicks. So I kind of like stopped reading it. But it did make me laugh though.
It has or you could watch it on Amazon if you have Amazon Prime too. So there's like I think 2 seasons now, or maybe not 2 seasons, but for sure the first season is out. Yeah, it's there. Shit, what was I thinking? Yeah, shit. Okay, so just to be clear, Gran with no D Blue is a game. It's pretty cool. Just saying. It's not. There's no comedy in it, but it's really good.
Well, they made an anime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The main character is like actually named Grand. It was good. I watched it.
Yeah. It's kind of yeah. I'm trying to think here. There's an anime with idols that they're all zombies, and it's like shoot, I think it's called Zombie Land Saga. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Zombie Land Saga. So it's like girls that died from different eras, but they get like turned back in or turned into zombies, and it's not like a mindless zombie, but they're actually uh like they have like consciousness of like who they are and stuff like that. And then they try to create a girls group with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say like towards the fourth and fifth anime, it gets kind of weird where they have like the weird CGI 3D version of like the anime. You know what I'm talking about? So it's not hand drawn anymore. It's like 3D more.
Is it kind of like they mix hand drawn with like computer
Yeah,
CGI?
yeah. So like towards like the mid episodes, they'll change it up. But in the beginning, I think the first episode's pretty hilarious, where it's supposed to be like a J-pop group, but they go into like a metal concert and then they just start to like headbang. Like so, what happens is when you turn into a zombie, like the very first few hours, you don't get the consciousness back of who you are. So it takes a while, but they're capable of like just headbanging or whatever. So it apparently fits well in like that environment, the metal concert place. And yeah, and
Mm.
then they'll do like different stuff like hip hop or like an actual J-pop group stuff.
So it's kind of like a musical comedy anime.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like a whole bunch of those idol group animes too. So yeah, that one's I think more towards comedy. Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
Yeah. I think we covered all the ones that are like has a lot of humor, right?
Hmm.
It's like pure humor, like in Tama.
I think
Yeah,
K-On! Was pretty good too for comedy. They have some comedy in there too, right?
yeah. I think K-On! Would be a comedy. It does have a positive little overtone to it.
It's like slice of life more because like it's like the
Don't quote me on that. I never seen K-On!
oh what
But Naruto. Everyone's seen Naruto. That's definitely a comedy.
oh yeah, Naruto's up there.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of side comedy, not really like comedy. Um, I'd say, hmm, there's one called, what's it called? Bakuman. It's a anime about drawing
Oh
anime.
yeah, that one's good. I like that one too. It's a manga about drawing manga,
Yeah.
but they made an anime too, and a live action.
Oh, I didn't know about the live action.
I really liked the live action. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's mostly it's like I guess slice of life and then
Yeah,
what they go through as like human beings, you know. But they kind of
yeah,
make it more comedic.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's
I feel like that's the kind of anime you can make into a live action very well, right? Because it doesn't have those like weird
yeah. I mean,
costumes or it has like the weird like superpowers or anything.
yeah, we talked about this before, right? Like it's like when there's like regular human beings, like maybe like in a school setting or like something that's achievable in real life, it's possible, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, there's one called Dagashi Kashi. It's about like the old Japanese sweets, and then they make like this anime that you could do like all these fun Japanese stuff that you could play around or whatever with the snacks and stuff. It's not. It is comedy, but it's not too funny. I don't really recommend it, so I don't know why I'm saying it, but I'm just saying like there's some stuff that's like comedy, but it's not funny at all, or maybe it's just like not funny to me. Maybe you know.
Yeah, everyone has their own type of humor.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe you like those like just sensible chuckle kind of one. Like you could just like I don't know what it's called, but when you just like laugh from your nose or you know.
Snort, or
Yeah.
what is that?
Or like
Make that a little pig.
breathing
Yeah,
out like like you know,
a
so
little
whatever.
pig
Yeah,
noises.
yeah, yeah. Um oh, and then like an older school of Bakuman, there's one called Genshiken, which is like a anime and cosplay group one. Have you guys seen that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, okay. So it's like pretty much a similar same thing, but yeah, it's pretty much just like a club for otaku people, and then all the cultures that they do. So it's like slice of life and comedy in there.
Yeah, slice of life.
Oh, I think I don't know if you guys like science, but there's one. Fuck, I'm trying to remember. It's okay. So it's an anime about a guy that could see molecules or smell
Oh,
molecules.
Oh wait,
I've
no,
seen that.
never mind, never mind. I'm thinking of something else.
Shoot, I'm trying to remember the name. Um, let's check it out. Smells.
Smells molecules.
Moyashimon, is that the one?
Which one?
Moyashimon?
Oh yeah, there you go, Moeshimon.
Isn't that the one where he can
See microbes.
Yeah, see microbes, not molecules though.
Oh, Mike.
Different.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, okay, so I do know that one. I have the shirt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one's comedy too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
It's more. Well, I wouldn't say scientific, but like they do. It's. I mean, I'm not a science major, so I don't know like the combinations and stuff like that. But it's really educational too, right?
Yeah, I would say it's educational.
Hmm.
It's trying to be like Magic School Bus
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. But there was so many things wrong with Magic School Bus, but it got you interested in the subject, right?
Yeah,
It's true.
But yeah, a lot of the stuff was it's not scientific. Uh,
well, yeah, but anyways.
well, speaking of like Magic School Bus, have you guys seen Working? It's really cute, right? There's like this. The main
Oh, the
character
like
is like
waitress.
no, it's a red blood cell. Wait,
Wait,
it's
what?
not working, huh? Fuck, it's not working.
Oh, cells
The
at
red
work.
cells at work. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right. Like the design is really cute. Like the red blood cells have their like hat that looks like a red blood cell,
Yeah.
and then the white blood cells are all like fucking psychotic, and they're all like white. Oh man, that one was good.
Yeah. There's a lot of accuracy to that show. It's pretty good.
Okay. Oh, and more on like a serious note, there's this anime called Anohana, the flower we saw that day or something like that. It's like really realistic, or not realistic, but it's more of like a drama. So there's not something that you could like laugh at, but there's like it's just like
Wait, would that be? Isn't that kind of like tragedy a little bit? Is it comedy? I didn't watch like till the
no.
end.
It's not like a happy comedy, but it's kind of like wait, what am I saying? It's not like comedy, but there's like realistic. It's kind of like Summer Wars comedy, you know. There's some like happy moments too, but there's like sad moments, you know. Because it's about like a girl that I forgot if she passed away or got murdered or something like that, but
She did, yeah.
yeah, and then they try to figure out what happened, and there's like a live action for this too, but yeah, there's like you know, like a happy moment, like comedy situations or places that you would be like, you would have like a smile on your face too, you know?
I don't know. Haven't seen it. Can't comment,
No, it's pretty good.
but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I don't know. What else? What else? Oh, I was reading what's it called? Space Brothers. In Space Brothers, it's pretty much like comedy too. It's drama, seinen, and comedy.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we talked about are usually comedy,
There's some comedy in there, yeah.
like Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, a little bit of comedy makes things great, even in
Yeah,
Dragon Ball.
yeah, yeah. Like they need that.
Do you think Yamcha was created intentionally for humor, or he just like became a meme somehow?
I mean, he was pretty serious in the original series, like Dragon Ball, playing Dragon Ball,
Yeah.
because he was like a really big bad guy.
And
And
then
actually, I kind of miss the humor in the original Dragon Ball. I feel like Z kind of left that out.
oh yeah, that's true. The
Yeah.
original Dragon Ball had a lot of humor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, maybe he tried to go more action.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the humor changed over time.
Or he
Like
ran out of ideas. It's like, I can't be funny anymore. I'm getting
Mhm.
too old.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. All right, well, I guess that's it, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's more, but I think we covered the ones that we like, right? We think that it's hilarious.
Yeah, we
Yes.
definitely covered a lot, and because, humor is so subjective, it's kind of important to have a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's different for everyone, so yeah, just check out what we said. Check it out, Google it or something, and see for yourself. There's a lot out there. You'll find your comedy somewhere. And we'll leave it at that. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. And thanks, Set and Tim, for coming.
Yep. Good night.
All right. Peace.